So it's been a pleasure for me to be with you and some of my panelists who are really fresh out of this article. As mentioned earlier, we are here to talk about driving our technological investment in the era of AI. So now AI is the buzzword, so we'll talk about that. So before we start anything, I would like my colleagues to introduce themselves, a quick introduction, then we can talk about the topic. Dr. MASHARI.
AI and cybersecurity PhD from MIT College, Michigan. I'm working like 20 years in the field in different entity as ex-project manager for Kenya, before the head of cybersecurity in ARASCO, before Defense and Space Chief of Security, Airbus Defense and Space, married group, finance. I work in a lot of entity. I have a long time and I try to serve my country at the best. I'm a fan of cybersecurity. Data center, I have like 368 big, huge data center. 50 from them are, they call it type 3, and 2 of them are type 4. I hope that will be knowledgeable for you and give you good feedback.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening all. My name is ALSAYKHAN. I'm the CIO of technology within eSports World Cup Foundation. I have 13 plus experience with different domains, from gas and oil to the energy, to the telecom, and also sports and eSports. I'm glad to be part of this panel and to share with you an insightful of the AI and infrastructure topic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. I am KRISH JANGAL. I am in the industry from last 25 years in Saudi and prior to that 5 years in India with Tata. I worked in all the provinces in Saudi, started career with the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sunbula Group, Ajlan, Rashid, and now I'm at the IT in ARASCO. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon everyone. This is KAMAL FARAG, digital executive with about 17 years of experience in IT industry, building products for startups, governments, and even mega organizations in the region. I'm pleased to be with you here today, and I wish it to be a fruitful session, inshallah.
Thank you very much. So I'll start my question with Dr. MASHARI first. While we are learning and we are hearing a lot about AI and generative AI. So first of all, sometimes we get confused. What is the difference between generative AI and the AI? So that we set up that what we are going to talk about. Dr. MASHARI, would you please?
Let's cut it very simple. You have 2 ways to get information and input confirmation. First one, it's automated with the human support. The other one will be fully integrated with the system that can input and resolve and give you even answer automatically without any intervening with human. The other one have audited and intervened by human. For that, this is the future. You don't need a lot of you want to do something or you need to have big data, terabyte or gigabyte or billion of data. You need something that you can analyze on it and give you a result without giving anyone or giving resources or killing time for another. You let the machine work 24/7, no break on it, and it will get you the result with 100%. Other than you need to audit.
Right, perfect. So, Mr. ABDULAZIZ, would you please like to take it forward, that question? Would you like to elaborate a bit more?
I would say that the need of the infrastructure within the AI, when it comes to the high performance computing, like GPUs and GPUs, also with the large memory and the data bandwidth, when it comes also for the internet connectivity, it's a very essential and crucial to the success of the AI. And the difference between them, it's an enabler to flexibility and scalability of of the AI. It comes to my mind that there is a statement from a report by Gartner says that 80% of the organizations are planning to invest on the AI infrastructure, with an average of $50 million in each company. This is give us the importance of the AI and the successful implementation to the generative AI as well.
Perfect. So, do you think that is there any specific kind of data centers requirement, or it can be a conventional data center where we can deploy and host all these AI services?
It's going to be transferring from the traditional data centers to a more mature and scalable data centers that adapt to have these technologies in order to support the growth of the AI and the implementation of it.
Right. Thank you. So, Mr. KRISH, whenever we are going to implement a technology, that technology is usually to serve the business or the nation. So, how do you see how AI can help us to enhance and get the acceleration in our business processes?
Hello? There are plenty of use cases are there. Some are proven and some are concept actually. Everyone know by this time. But the use cases which I come across in the last 3 months are really interesting actually, and one of them is really marvelous. So let's see the best the adoption and implementation which I seen actually. You see in Saudi, all the food products which are delivered to the supermarket and hotels, all these are, they are delivered on daily basis actually. Take an example of the milk and all other dairy products and all, and also the meat. These are the perishable goods actually. Okay, so if you load the truck and you need to deliver it, and they again need to sell it in 2 or 3 days actually. So otherwise there is a returns, and also you cannot use it actually because the expiry date nears actually. So now what is the challenge actually? The challenge is actually that, okay, this is the spot sales, bad sales. So you go to the supermarket and you ask that how much is required. He may say 10 or he may say 5, you don't know. Then you deliver that much goods, you make an invoice, and whatever left in your truck, you return back to your company.
Sure.
And it is a summer actually. So you have all these items are actually cold, controlled environment products actually. So now one of the biggest challenges from many years, because I'm in this industry from almost 25 years now. One of the biggest challenges is actually that how much to load in the morning. How much milk to load, how much milk to load. That's the biggest challenge actually. If you overload, there is return. If you underload, then the penetration issue actually, that okay is a less sales. Many years, okay, industry is trying to find some solution on optimizing this actually. They found out various methods, but some are bit efficient, some are less efficient actually. One of the company I see actually that the AI engine, which is built in the van sales solution, it predicts how much to load in the truck in the morning actually. So what it does actually, first it sees the history, second it sees the seasonality, because the ice cream and the soft drink they sell more in the summer. Okay, meat sells more in the eastern, and also sometimes the event actually. There is a Riyadh season and all. All this variable it considers, and then it gives some kind of optimized load for each truck. Let me tell you something. Typical large FMCG company or even a mid-size FMCG company, they will be having around 1,500 trucks. A typical water company will have around 1,500 trucks, like Berlin water, no water and all. And if you see ALMUSSAED, it will be 6 times more. Sure. So loading is the biggest challenge. So this application, it tells them in the morning, based on all these variable environmental factors, and how much to load.
Right.
Okay, so that is one thing that is very interesting. The second one I saw actually, it is very generic one, which is Lean AI development, and it is implemented in a few companies. They are using it for the help desk. The AI which interact with the user and interact to solve the problem. It cannot solve the problem. Okay, so it creates a ticket, and this ticket is assigned to the agent in the IT department. So I see, which is not yet matured now, it is actually a company is using a CV. They collect all the CVs and AI engine looks at those CVs and it recommends the best candidate based on the experience and qualification and also the notice period and the job period. There is a small problem in Arabic actually, the OCR cannot properly read, but inshallah, it will take some time.
Inshallah. Thank you very much. So Mr. Kamal, as Dr. MASHARI rightly mentioned that generative AI, it has a self-learning process, right? So it will read the content from somewhere and those contents will be understood by the generative AI. Now, there are a lot of information provided over the internet and we humans, we can make a machine fool, right? So how we can ensure that we can eliminate biasness from the AI model so that we can use this technology in a proper fashion and in the right way?
Thank you, Mr. IFTIKHAR, for sharing this very important question. Actually, to address bias when building any generative model AI, we need to follow several steps to ensure the accuracy.
Some are proven and some are concepts actually. Everyone knows by this time. But the use cases which I come across in the last 3 months are really interesting actually, and one of them is really marvelous. So let's see the best, the adoption and implementation which I seen actually. You see in Saudi, all the food products which are delivered to the supermarket and hotels, all these are, they are delivered on daily basis actually. Take an example of the milk and the all other dairy products and all, and also the meat. These are the perishable goods actually. Okay, so if you load the truck and you need to deliver it, and they again need to sell it in 2 or 3 days actually. So otherwise there is a returns, and also you cannot use it actually because the expiry date is actually. So now what is the challenge actually? The challenge is actually that okay, this is the spot sales, bad sales. So you go to the supermarket and you ask that how much he required. He may say 10 or he may say 5, you don't know. Then you deliver that much goods, you make an invoice, and whatever left in your truck, you return back to your company.
Sure.
And it is a summer actually. So you have all these items are actually cold, controlled environment products actually. So now one of the biggest challenges from many years, because I'm in this industry from almost 25 years now. One of the biggest challenges is actually that how much to load in the morning. How much milk to load, how much milk to load. That's the biggest challenge actually. If you overload, there is a return. If you underload, then the penetration issue actually, that okay is a lessons. Many years, okay, industry is trying to find some solution on optimizing this actually. They found out various methods, but some are bit efficient, some are less efficient actually. One of the company I see actually that the AI engine which is built in the van sales solution, it predicts how much to load in the truck in the morning actually. So what it does actually, first it sees the history, second it sees the seasonality because ice cream and the soft drink they sell more in the summer, okay, meat sells more in the east time, and also sometimes the event actually, there is a Riyadh season and all. All this variable it considers and then it gives some kind of optimized load for each truck. Let me tell you something. Typical large FMCG company or even a mid-size FMCG company, they will be having around 1,500 trucks. A typical water company will have around 1,500 trucks, like Garden water, no water and all. And if you see Almara, it may be 6 times more. So loading is the biggest challenge. So this application, it tells them in the morning, based on all these variable environmental factors, and how much to load.
Right.
Okay, so that is one thing that is very interesting. The second one I saw actually, it is very generic one, which is Lean AI development. It is implemented in few companies. They are using it for the help desk. The AI which interact with the user and interact to solve the problem. It cannot solve the problem. Okay, so it creates a ticket, and this ticket is assigned to the agent in the IT department. So, third one I see, which is not yet matured now, it is actually a company using a CV. They collect all the CVs and AI engine looks at those CVs and it recommends the best candidate based on the experience and qualification, and also the notice period and the job period. There is a small problem in the Arabic actually, the OCR cannot properly read, but inshallah, it will take some time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Mr. Kamal, as Dr. MASHARI rightly mentioned that generative AI, it has a self-learning process, right? So it will read the content from somewhere and those contents will be understood by the generative AI. Now, there are a lot of information provided over the internet and we humans, we can make a machine fool, right? So how we can ensure that we can eliminate biasness from the AI model so that we can use this technology in a proper fashion and in the right way?
Thank you, Mr. IFTIKHAR, for sharing this important question. Actually, to address bias when building any generative model AI, we need to follow several steps to ensure the accuracy and the fairness. At first, we need to build the generative model AI based on diverse datasets to ensure or minimize chances that when the model gets trained, they're not being focused on limited or biased data. Also this will enhance or make it more balanced. Second point, we need to apply realization techniques. These are models that we can use to train during the training for the model to ensure that it's not focused mainly on any one type or pattern or any biased data. This will allow the model to perform better in different situations and make it more balanced. Another point we need to have or also include the human oversight by enabling experienced team members to review the outcomes of.
To find the AI, smart AI from their camera phone, from their pixel phones, that you can ask him regularly, this is what, and this is what. Where is my camera? Where is my glasses? This is the future. I know a lot of people, and I'm one of them, that AI is going to remove a lot of jobs, and this is happening. Seriously, like 30% of jobs around the world being removed from their post because AI. And this is a result going to be published from KAMAL. KAMAL are a very decent company that have talented position and they know all those things. My plan in AI in our division, I'm trying to build the biggest AI authorized data center for sports business here in Saudi Arabia. Because now we are in sport, we are booming here in Saudi Arabia. We need authorized for DCCI around the world, all the sport cards, for the Olympic sport, for the EA sport, even any type of sport. Using AI, we are now, last time we tested in the Saudi game, we tried to test it in future in the World Cup of EA sport. We're going to test it in the World Cup. UK tested it now with Oracle OCI, AI for football player. We are now roughly with the Saudi team testing some type of AI. We saw the VR, the automatic VAR at home. This is here. We try to. There are a lot of time and there are a lot of information. I cannot say it now because we have a lot of time.
Sure.
And we still try to do the best.
That's great. Thank you very much. Very great insight. So, Mr. ABDULAZIZ, as Dr. MASHARI mentioned that now we might at a very initial level, right? This technology will keep on growing, and this technology will be hosted in the data centers. So, what are your point of view while building a scalable data center? So that if we are building a data center, we should look into that. Okay, the same data center can be scalable up to next X number of years. So, what is your thoughts on that?
Actually, there is a multiple key consideration for the scalability and the sustainability. One of them is utilizing the specialized hardware, like as I mentioned, the GPUs and the TPUs. Also the expansion of the optimized data storage, while also getting the maximum benefits of the 5G rollout network and the internet connection, which is give the ability of the real-time applications and also enhancing the faster and easy use. One of the major, I guess, for the sustainable and the scalability of the AI is to have the ethical guidelines, which is a critical and crucial one. Ethical guidelines within the industry, it's still a child and not mature enough. While we have also known that recently, Saudi had published one, which is a version of the guidelines within Saudi Arabia. And this is a big achievement we realized in Saudi Arabia there. That's focused on the responsible AI and absolutely reducing the bias. In my opinion, also this is aligned with the Saudi Arabia's goal of innovation and sustainability of Vision 2030.
Thank you very much. So we spoke about the infrastructure enhancements. We talked about the features. Now, there is one of the most important factors, that is the cost. So Mr. KRISH, I have a question from you. What are the important steps you can think we should take to ensure that we are having a better infrastructure, be it cloud or on-premises, plus how we can improve the costing on that infrastructure? So what is your thoughts on that?
Sorry, I'm not the right person for this one. Actually, I don't work on this layer.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, so if you can please add something, Mr. ABDULAZIZ.
When it comes to cost perspective, I guess it's about the energy consumption. I have brought that a report from International Energy Agency says that accounting of 1% the AI infrastructure demand, and it's increasingly by 10% annually. And this is shows to us the importance of that part. And the cost reduction within the energy, it's not only for the infrastructure and the scalability of it, it's also contribute to the sustainability of the climate change. By applying these principles of transition from traditional energy sources to a renewable one like the solar and wind, that's definitely will reduce the carbon footprint big time. In my opinion, this is contribute to the cost big time. And also there is one statement I have heard from his, I guess during the FII, the last one, that the Middle East could worth like $30 billion by 2030, which is a large amount of money that's going to be invested, not only for the scalability and also for environmental and safety and health.
Thank you. So, Mr. Kamal, I have a question from you. When we are talking about preparation of technology and building the data centers and all, so we need to talk about the compliance and the security, right? So how we can ensure that whatever we have built, it's compliant with some standards and it's secure enough so that people can rely on that.
Sure, it's one of the major challenges we are facing, and actually to secure our scalable infrastructure environments, we need to follow a straightforward and strong approach, starting from applying robust access controls to allow only authorized people to access sensitive areas of our systems, and that could be done by matching permissions based on the role of each one. This will help us to reduce unnecessary risk and access. Second point, relying on encryption. Encryption is very crucial to secure our data, either when being stored or being transferred. Also, to help us, even our data is intercepted, we can keep it unreadable for any unauthorized parties. Another important point, which is constant monitoring, and actually you can rely here on AI to enable real-time monitoring to detect when there is a suspicious activity activities to start to deal with it quickly before they become a serious issue. Although another important point also we can utilize AI net, which is enabling automation and regular batch management. This would help us to secure our infrastructure to keep it away by the known vulnerabilities or against research or could be defended against the known vulnerabilities. And actually it would reduce the likelihood of getting impacted by the known issues. Last point, we need also to have several audits and compliance checks to ensure that our systems keep pace for the evolving standards and to also make sure that we are getting adapted with the new regulations and requirements. So at the end, when enabling robust access controls, encryption, having regular checks, I think we could have secured the infrastructure.
Thank you.
Let's, I'm going to add two things fast.
Sure.
For the first topic, you asked about how you can manage the resources like that. I'm a fan of something called hybrid. Don't go full cloud, don't go full physical. You need to have full resilient cloud, it's the future, but you need to have a legacy system. Example, like if you have Exchange server or email, this is the basic thing. You can do a smart technique that this year email and the year before it's in the cloud, the previous email will be in the offline. You remember the conflict that happened before a year when the cloud was struck? Our email is still working because we have high availability as a legacy system that's Exchange offline. We don't have anything. Even the airport in Saudi Arabia, they have the same situation. We have a hybrid model. For the cyber security, simple. All the policy and procedure and the framework of the cyber security, it's linkable to the cloud. It's the same thing. But it's all about exception and deny. Zero deny first thing, zero trust. Do the same again. Yeah, you think it's the game. It's a virtual machine. It's the same mechanism. It's the same build of the physical machine. You need to put the appliance, you put the procedure, you develop the policy, you put the rules, which was exception, rules is denied. And it's easy. Why Saudi Arabia have the first AI, cybersecurity, ISO around the world? Because we do the same. It's the same of NAS, the same of the ISO, even in CA. We done it because as it's simplification. Computer offline, computer cloud, it's the same thing. Different, this is uncloud. If you go check it, it's not a cloud, something in cloud. It's a hardware going to be having a virtual server, going to have a WAF connected to the internet. It's a piece of cake. You can do it easily. Sorry, next.
Thank you very much. I was trying to ask some more questions, but unfortunately, we are always stuck up with that time. So we don't have much time left, and I don't know how this half an hour flies. I didn't feel that it was half an hour. I felt it was only 5 minutes. So I would like to pay my special gratitude to my panelists. Special thanks to you that all of you people, you spare your time. I know all of you are super busy, but you took a time for this session. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.